Well, hello YouTube, and welcome to another reflection on the Garratt's legacy. And today I have with me Lois from Warrior Queen channel on YouTube. How are you doing, Lois?
I am doing fine, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing great. This is gonna be awesome. So,
Yes, it is.
yeah, today is a very special day, isn't it? Today we
Yes,
are the 28th, May 28th, 2019. What's on May
yes,
28th?
my mother's birthday.
Wow, isn't it amazing? And I believe that nothing happened for no reason. Everything has a meaning. So
Yeah,
it's very meaningful that we do that today. And I would like to start saying that I'm very proud of this reflection. And it was an absolute honor for me to go through your channel looking for the things we were talking about. And I had fun. And also, I found just before we go any further here, people, I'm going to show you this is the channel of Lois. Okay, so you can go and check it out. Okay, in the about section here, if you go and view email and click on it, you can view her email. And while I'm going through your channel, I found this video. And anything you want to say about this video? It's called Tarot a Gift.
yes. For a long time, I was scared of the tarot. Thought I'd burn up if I touched tarot cards.
Okay.
And as I became more insightful, enlightened, I learned that this was a gift that was, kind of kept from me by society. The belief system, and I was kind of frustrated. So I was like, I could have been like this. Tara has been, really opening up my life, seeing where I'm going, where I come from, and it just opened up a lot of doors for me.
And I have a little surprise for you. Well, for me, I had to. I mean, I was really intrigued with the video and the title alone, and I had to watch the entire video. And to me, it's just a video full of a lesson of humbleness and wisdom. I need that. I mean, everybody should go on the channel and watch this video. This is just too priceless. And there were something I loved about that video, and I extract a small portion of it, and I'm gonna play it for everybody to hear.
How you not know I smoke? You don't watch my videos. Nabiru, I follow you. You not following me. Because if you did, you'll know I smoked.
So, yeah, if you don't subscribe and if you don't follow, she'll tell you. So, yeah, that was a very beautiful part, and I had to extract it. I like the way you laugh. You glow on this portion. You just glow. Then, yeah, I wanted to mention too that you started your channel on January 27, 2015. So, why did you start your YouTube?
um, Originally, I was just starting a YouTube page. I don't know why, but I didn't really start becoming active on YouTube till probably 2017, which I decided to start doing self reflections. This is how my channel started. The tarot cards can come into later. It was a lot of self reflections, me trying to tell my story so other people can relate and know that. Everything's gonna be all right. You're gonna get through it.
Wow. And then you started doing the tarot cards, and all of a sudden, somebody asked you for a reading.
Yes, Patrick. He was in he was in my chat one day and asked for some cards. So
Okay.
I pulled him some cards and I read his cards. I'm like, oh, you a keeper. I could see his gifts. I can see the value in him and how powerful he was. And I'm like, I'm keeping you. You can't go nowhere.
How did you do that?
I read the cards and I'm like, wow.
But I mean, how did you keep him?
Um, I started having him come on the show and everything. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to share you. I can't keep you to myself. Once the people see how special you are, I know I'm gonna have to share you.
And what was he doing on your show?
He started off with the rods. He introduced us to the spirit box.
Yeah, that's the spirit box right there, everybody. And Patrick has a video only about that on his channel on the Garratt Legacy. So just go look it up. It is the same picture you're gonna see. So then, did you catch anything with the spirit box?
He caught, yes, he did catch some words, but I'm gonna let y'all go listen to it for yourselves, though, because it was like, wow, it was hilarious. Y'all have to really hear it for yourselves.
Right.
Hmm.
And then after that, he started his own channel, right? In some
Yes,
September
yes,
2018. And
yes, he
he
did.
started doing reading for on his channel, going live.
Yes.
And how did you feel? Did you do you have anything to do behind that?
He originally he was trying to build a website, and I suggested maybe doing YouTube.
Yeah, because it's
So
free.
yes, and I felt like he'd be successful at it, you know,
Oh
because of
yeah,
the things he does. Yes,
absolutely. And you were one of his first victim, weren't you? He did some
yes,
reading for you, didn't he?
yes, he did.
So I I went through his video and I extracted the end of the first reading he did for you. You want to hear it?
Yes,
Let's do this.
Well, I, for one, think that was absolutely incredible. That has been the strongest connection I've ever had. I don't think I've spelt the words quite right, but just to recap, I asked to connect with my higher self so that we could ask for a message to be given to somebody who is in our YouTube community, and that the choice was up to my higher self or their higher self to choose. And the first part of the message says, cannot give a message to everyone. I, application, please can you choose someone? I haven't done this for a while. I know that they do miss words out and they do put words in. So if we take out I application, it would read, cannot give a message to everyone. Please can you choose someone? I was a bit put back by that, but I had to continue. I meditated for a few seconds, and all I could see was this name, like it was up on a giant billboard, flashing on and off, and it was Lois. And the message for Lois is, "Hello, Lois. I love you. Let me help you to manage the food pantry. I can make people give money to help people. My name is Mother." And I asked if we could change the word make to persuade, and got a positive answer. The main message here is for Lois from her mother. "Hello, Lois. I love you. Let me help you to manage the food pantry. I can persuade people, give money to help people. My name is Mother." Thank you very much. I am absolutely blown away by that and consider it a great privilege. Thank you, Lois. That's the end of this video. I hope to do another one tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.
Wow. So, what did you think of that?
I had been always asking for messages from my mom, and I finally got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it happened to me too. I connected with my mom because of Patrick. Because, or maybe yes, maybe no, but Patrick was the intermediary, if we say it that way, anyway. Yeah, I think she's the one that made him choose me to to go on Ask Patrick and ask the question for him. Oh, she must have something to do with that, for sure, for sure. Then there were the second a second reading that he had for you, and it was your boyfriend at the time. It was supposed to become your husband. Were you
Yes,
fiance?
yes.
So here's the picture. His name is Richard, and explain about the date. So
Well, when he gave me the reading, because Richard was coming through, but he didn't know exactly who Richard was. And I think I was speaking about Richard, and he asked me what was his name. I said, Richard. He said, "Oh, it's for you. The message is for you." And so he did the message for me. And the next day, Richard's picture was on top of my timeline on Facebook as, yes, it was me, you know, um, confirmation.
okay, I get it now. So you received the reading from Patrick about Richard, and then the very next day after you receive the message from Patrick, the picture of Richard came right on top. Wow.
Yes.
Then, if you're not a believer, I guarantee you that if you go through something like that, you become a believer, right?
Oh,
Oh boy, that was something. And then there were another message for you. But there were one thing about it is that in the video, Patrick doesn't say the question. We don't know the question, and but the the answer he's getting with the pendulum is just amazing. And and we don't even know the question. So I'm just gonna play. Oh no, hold on. I'm gonna play the message, the video for Richard. Right?
Yes.
Hold on. So you received this message from Patrick, and then the very next day, the picture of Richard is on top of your phone. Wow. And 2 days later, because that happened on, you received the message from Patrick on the 12th. On the
Hmm.
13th, you received the picture. And then on the 14th, there is no question, but you receive a message from Patrick again, right?
Yes.
So let's take a look. Wow. And we need to also mention that uh, when this video was recorded, it was the very next day you have received a message from uh, Richard. Then Patrick sent you a message from the day before, a message. It's all happened one day after another one. Like the first
Yes.
messages was from your mom, from Patrick, and it's not like you had asked a question, and then that was on the 12th, and then on the 13th, the 12th, no, what is it, the 12th was the first reading, and then well, he posted it on the 14th, I believe, but then it must have been where I made a mistake in the date. And
Hmm.
you received the message again from Patrick about Richard on the 12th. And then on the 13th, you received the picture. And then
Yes.
on the 14th, you received this message. And the very first message was from your mom telling you that she would help you with your food pantry, right?
Yes.
And those were in the dates where you were beginning, right?
Hmm.
So,
Yes.
and Patrick is in UK, so maybe he saw stuff from your channel that you were working on it. But what was the point? I mean, he didn't know that it was a message for you specifically in the chat room because you didn't ask anything at that time, right?
Right.
So then you receive this the third message, and what do you think?
Um, I have been doing a lot of searching, trying to dig deep in myself to find out this and find out that. And I think that's why the messages was coming through as confirmation because I was desperately trying to dig and find out my purpose and where I'm going and just all over the place. And I think the messages start coming through to try to put my mind at ease.
So it helped you to stay on your path,
Yes.
like have some guidance, and it's not just in your head, right?
Right. Right.
And then Patrick got famous on his channel, and he sent an email to Wayne saying, "Hey, I can talk with the planet." And off he were, going on with Mr. Wayne and talking to the planet and all this and that. And wow, what did you learn about that show? That was an amazing show.
It was. I remember Wayne asking, if anybody could do it, and he took it on, and I was like,
Cheerleader behind the screen.
yeah,
Go,
you
Patrick,
know,
go.
because, him being so special, I knew that time was coming, and that was the time.
Yeah. And but what did you learn about those planets? I mean, did you learn something significant for you?
Well, I learned they got emotions, they can feel, they have stories to tell,
Oh yeah, they do. They have lots to say. I can
you
guarantee
know,
you that.
and they can be temperamental.
Yeah, be careful what you ask the sun.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, that's all I gotta say. Um, but then I'm gonna come to that big question. How did Patrick has influenced your life?
Well, he's helped me found myself a little bit more. Um, he's inspired me to try to trust in my abilities more. Because, I always would go to him like the little sister, he the big brother. Confirmation, everything. And he's like, you already know though. I'm like, I know, but I just need you. So building up confidence, confirmation.
Right.
So I stopped running to him like a little sister, like,
Okay. But it's always good to have a yes or no from the rods.
yeah.
We all like that.
Well, Patrick got to the point where he didn't even need the rods, he didn't need the pendulum, he didn't need anything.
No,
You
no.
know,
His connection build up, and when we go through his video, we start at the bottom and we go up. He gets faster and faster and faster every time.
yes,
So, and when he started dropping the pendulum, that's when he decided, okay, I just can't use the pendulum no more because I waste too much time. It was, yeah, that
yeah,
it was not wasting time in a way, but it was in the other way. But we love you, Patrick.
yes, we love you. It just took a little self confidence to let go of that tool because we already knew he could do it without it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. When I started with him, that was his goal to stop using the pendulum. It took him a long time, but he finally did it.
yeah.
So, but we had to build up question either. So, but we did it. And tell me, tell me one thing, the funniest thing that happened between you and Patrick. The funniest thing, like you can laugh for hours, pee in your pants, roll on the floor.
I can't just specify one because he was always, telling little jokes or saying something comical. So his spirit was just inviting. I can't pinpoint just one time.
That's true. Because every time we see him on YouTube is focusing, right, on the frequency and is delivering message. But once we get to know him, personally is a very funny guy. He loves to laugh.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. And okay, so let's talk about your channel now. So what do you
Mm.
do with your channel? What your channel has become today?
Um, I focus, and the group that I work with focuses on building self esteem, building up, recognizing your gifts, recognizing your potential, coming out that dark spot, that dark space that we all get into, purging out all those negative, feelings, and becoming who you should be, not what you once was.
But one time we were told on Ask Patrick that we don't have gift, we have ability. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think everybody has abilities, but they have to tap into them.
Yeah,
And one way to tap into them is you got to have belief in yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to love others. You can't be judgmental on yourself because of past issues. We all have those.
oh yeah, and especially believe in yourself. That's something, because when you think about it, people, if you can't believe in your own self, how can you expect anyone to believe in you? Huh?
Exactly.
And you have a food pantry too.
Yes, I do.
So there's the link in the description box, guys. You can just go down and you click on view more, and you're going to see all that in the description box. So, how is your pantry going?
It's going well. I've been doing it now for 4 years. Um, it does something to me to be able to step out of my worries myself and focus on others. It also helped me get through a bad depression period in my life because I had to forget about my problems and focus on others. And it helped me actually kind of heal myself at the same time.
Right,
Because I was going through all those losses at one time and I was kind of like in bad shape. Because, when my boyfriend died, then my father died, and my mama died. So my boyfriend died in October. Then my father died in between time. Then my mama had died by that March. So I was in kind of a dark place for a minute. But every time I stepped in that pantry, I had to like put that behind me and focus on all these people who needed my help. So I couldn't just drown in sorrow and depression all the time.
right. Because there were people that was counting on you.
Exactly.
Right. And I remember you made a video one day that one of your subscribers sent you some seeds. So
Yes,
I
she did.
was wondering, what did you do with the seeds?
I still have the seeds. I haven't found a location yet to be able to start the garden, but it's still a work in progress.
All right. Perfect. Well, I hope one day when you're going to start growing from those seeds, when you have a bite, you'll think of me.
Yes.
All right. Uh, Now, one thing Lois and me wanted to do for her reflection was to find uh, the video where she gave Patrick a reading for the very first time on her channel, and we couldn't find it. So, you told me you had a surprise for Patrick, right?
Yes, because the cards I was using, I still have the Cosmic Deck of Initiation. These cards, everybody remember me starting out with these cards, my very first deck. So I'm gonna put Patrick a card out this deck for old time's sake.
Ooh.
And let's see what I get.
You're lucky, Patrick. You can be sure that this reading's gonna be safe. It's not gonna get lost.
Okay, I pulled the Sagittarius card. Oh my, the wandering philosopher. That is you. Freedom and bursts of creative energy. This energy is full of excitement, truth, faith, and believing. This energy asks for a movement and seeks greater breadth of expression. New awareness offers greater understanding of your life's opportunities.
That's a beautiful card. You know, I'm a Sagittarius.
Really? Okay.
Keep going. Oh,
Oh, you want me to pick that
just one card? Oh, I don't know. You're the one that used the card.
one? Well, I was doing it like a, yeah, I'll put another one. Sure. Shuffle one more time. A philosopher. That's him all day. The law of transmutation. You rise above frustrations and aggravations and see what lessons are contained. You find strength within weakness and turn it to advantage. Through this energy, you transform yourself. Faith is the fuel for this energy. Through transformation, you will use the light instead of fueling it. The inner richness and depth of surface become expressions of the soul. There you go.
What do you think about that, Patrick? Pretty revealing, don't you think?
Yeah,
So,
you're not gonna feel too much.
yeah, gotta keep a little secret from
Yeah.
you, YouTube. Sorry, we all have a private life. I'm not apologizing. Whoops. Anyway, and one thing I did, Lois, is we had a meeting to talk about what we wanted to talk about in the reflection and to make it easier on me to take notes. I recorded our conversation so I can come back to it and keep on building the reflection. And I promised Lois that that recording was a private recording between me and her, that I was not going to do anything uh, with it, but just to refresh my mind what we did talk about. But there's always a but in the way. Hold on, hold on. I didn't show it yet. Woohoo! So, Lois, I extracted a small portion of our conversation. And it was so honest, so pure, so spontaneous. I could not just ask you to duplicate that. So I did extract it and I made a small video of it. You want to see?
Sure.
All right. How do you feel about the reflection?
I think it will help Patrick to realize, you're special. Don't go nowhere. We need you.
That was just spot on. And
So don't make me cry over on this channel. Don't make me cry. And I already told you now. You don't make me get emotional.
I'm sorry. Well, Patrick always tell me that, so I'm pretty sure pretty soon he's gonna have his revenge for all of you. He's gonna make me cry publicly. And well, there's something else too I wanted you to talk about. The way you finish all of your video, your readings, you finish with a special sentence. that's come from a specific moment in your life.
Yes. Um, we have to feed that I am love and realize that, you're love and let love come into you to heal you. And so therefore after each reading I say, I am love. We all are love. You have to let that in so you can help heal you. And so that if you have love on the inside, love is gonna spill out from the outside. It's
Right,
gonna show. And actually saying that so much has helped me as well. Because I say it all the time.
right. It's your signature,
Hmm.
and this is your reflection. So, and it's also the end of Lois reflection. So I'm gonna let her close this reflection as she usually close all of her uh, video.
Carolyn, you have been wonderful. You have great talent. You have great ambition. Thank you for doing this, okay? With that said, I am love. We are love. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching and stay tuned for another reflection. Bye bye.